This is A Radical Thought, and I'm Rick Lancaster. Let's take a look at a verse or two from the Bible and see what God might want to say to us today. The radical thought for the day comes out of 2 Chronicles 12:8, and it reads, "But they will become his subjects, so they will know the difference between serving me and serving earthly rulers." King Rehoboam of Judah was the son of Solomon and the grandson of King David. King David was described as a man after God's own heart. This means that he followed God in all his ways. It doesn't mean that he was perfect, but he lived a life that was centered imperfectly around the Lord. His grandson Rehoboam was not that way. He went his own way and turned away from the law of the Lord. The Lord then sent King Shishak of Egypt to punish Rehoboam for his unfaithfulness. Upon seeing Shishak and his huge army destroying everything in its path, Rehoboam and the leaders of Israel humbled themselves and confessed their sin before the Lord. That was what the Lord was hoping would happen. God gives us the choice. Humble your heart before him, or he will send a destroyer that will forcefully humble you. If we would just logically examine this choice, we would quickly recognize the foolishness of many of our actions. God is a loving, generous Father who cares for us and protects us and provides for us. The destroyer seeks only to destroy some part of our life or all of our life. Which does it make more sense to humble yourself before? The Lord or this destroyer, to have to do it before this destroyer? And yet all too often we resist God and refuse to humble our hearts before him. When I was in boot camp as a young man, I quickly realized that one of the objectives of the instructors was to break our will and to teach us to follow commands and to do it quickly and without question. This is necessary in a military unit. It can mean life and death, not just for the one following the commands, but for their entire unit. I learned quickly that by humbling myself before these instructors that I would be more successful. I saw men who would resist this process, resist the leadership and instruction, and they paid a price in various forms of discipline or punishment. God's purposes are similar in life. He wants me and you to learn to follow his commands quickly and without question. I've come to recognize the direct connection between a humble heart and God's blessings. The more quickly I respond, the more successful I am in this Christian life. And this is so important to God that if we do not do it, if we don't get this, he will send someone or something into our lives to teach it to us. The problem with that other instructor is that he doesn't love us, or it doesn't love us or desire to see us prosper as God does. But if that's what it will take to teach us how to serve God with a humble heart, God is willing to let us endure it. The choice is ours. Serve God with a humble heart, or endure the forced humbling of our heart by an unloving destroyer. If you are in the hands of a destroyer right now, simply humble your heart before God and ask him to help you to serve him. God may not deliver you until you have done that, because that may exactly be why you are in the hands of the destroyer in the first place. Jesus, teach us to serve you with a humble heart. God bless you. Have a radical day with Jesus. Thank you for watching A Radical Thought. The Bible, or Word of God, has the power to transform lives. It's my hope that these brief messages will help you to pause and reflect upon the Word of God and what He might want to say to you or to someone close to you. If you found this video useful, then give it a like and consider sharing it with someone who might appreciate it. You can also subscribe to these messages on YouTube and therefore get them whenever they come out. We would love to hear from you. You can reach us at aradicalthought.com And while there, you can find other resources that will help you to glorify God, bless others, and grow in faith. Until next time, go be radical with Jesus.